Hello, it's time for episode 4. This topic has been probably at least 10 years in the making when the first original bands dropped their lead singers and their lead singers created new bands or started a solo career. This is my time just to inform you about a lot of bands who've done that. Most recently you have your Blink-182 breakup forming Angels and Airwaves and Plus 44. But even before that, before they broke up, you have Travis Barker and the Transplants and a lot of other bands, and doing cameos for a lot of other bands. Other than that, there was Guns N' Roses, and Guns N' Roses basically breaking up and creating Stone Temple Roses, or a lot of people know Velvet Revolver, with Stone Temple Pilots, the lead singer, and Duff Slash, and them from Guns N' Roses. But then you have a lot of unknown switches. You have like Glenn Danzig, the former lead singer of the Misfits, got kicked out in 1983. He's formed a band called Danzig. Very successful, heavier type, almost metal type music. Sounded a little bit of a difference from the Misfits, but other than that, it's fairly okay. And what else do you have? You have your Death from Above 1979 dropping the bassist, and bassist creating basically Mastercraft, a techno band. So that was pretty insane when they did that. Just techno music alone, switching from such a big difference between the types of music that they had. But you also have a lot of older bands that you wouldn't know, like you have your Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin creating Robert Plant and the Honey Drippers, and then just Robert Plant, right? And he had a lot of successful singles with that. And you have your very, very unknown, which is Michael Graves, old lead singer of the Misfits, also from 1996 through 2000. Did the Famous Monster CD and the American Psycho CD and Cuts from the Crypt CD. You have him, which has a solo career out now. He's been doing it. It's very successful underground. Has some really good stuff. That you have a lot of bands that have done that, who have branched off and joined other bands or started other bands or been in other bands while playing still in the band or after they kicked out. And it's a huge topic. I'm not going to go on for much longer, but it's extremely delicate saying like what bands like should have done it, or what people should have left, or what people it was a bad idea. Like one of the greatest ones you'll ever see, and not a lot of people know, is the lead singer of Tool is the lead singer of A Perfect Circle. Two different type. You get an alternative band, and then you get a harder, like heavier band. It's not that big. It's a big switch, but not as big as say the Mastercraft and Death from Above 1979 switch. Well, that's about it that I'll have to say on that topic. Tune in for episode 5, and I'll be talking about J-rock, or Japanese rock bands, and record companies.